Shalom and welcome to another installment of Apostle GMS, giving all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Today we're going to be going into this book that we go through from time to time that was put together by one of the members of GMS. He's no longer with us, but this is our information that the Most High gave us, and he put it to paper in a book form. And the name of the book is The Mark of the Beast is the Chip by Megas Mulos. It says here, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, Revelation 13, verse 16. So what we're going to do is we're just going to read the book from page 1 to the last page. And if it takes one sitting, we'll do it in one sitting, which I doubt. If it takes 3 or 4 weeks of doing this, if it takes that, it'll be like a series, okay? So the series would be called The Mark of the Beast is the Chip. So you can just start reading, and then we can give commentary, whatever, because we're going to bring a lot of, there's a lot of updates, because this book was put together, about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And there's a lot of newer things coming up on the Mark of the Beast technology, the RFID technology. And when we find these different websites, we're going to bring these websites. We're going to bring out the scriptures. So I already know this is going to take, a couple of sessions before we go through this whole book. So go ahead.
Got a quick precept. This is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. And that's pretty much what we're supposed to do. All right, now when you open the book, it'll take you right to the table of contents. It'll give you the different chapters, which is 7 chapters, the page numbers. There's a summary at the end of the book, and then also an index and glossary lexicon. All right, so the first chapter, chapter 1, it's called What is the Mark? And it says, the 20th century saw the rise of various technological advances following the Industrial Revolution during World War I and World War II. And it gives you a scripture in Daniel, the 12th chapter and the 4th verse, which we'll get, just to keep it rolling. Con. That'll be Daniel, the 12th chapter and the 4th verse.
The book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, beginning at the 4th verse. It says, But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Right, and that's the point. Knowledge shall be increased, And, the mark of the beast, wasn't really revealed until these times now. But there was always like a branding system that you have for your slaves. But today is more high-tech, so to speak. Because they've been branding slaves since the beginning of time. But in this time now, they're able to implant something into you that can track you wherever you go.
That's really what it is, a branding for slaves. Yep. And like we always tell you, brothers, we're nothing but slaves to the international bankers. That's why Yahweh Shai has to come and liberate us from the bankers, because the reality is we're slaves,
That's it. It says, one of which was an espionage, just going back to the book, one of which was an espionage and surveillance tool known as radar, used by the Soviet Union and United States. Now, this espionage surveillance tool, which they have these different satellites that are looking down upon the earth, which some people say don't exist, but that's how they're able to send signals all over the world on this World Wide Web, and that's how they're able to monitor certain situations. You have police in their police precincts that have cameras all over the city, and they're able from that one position to see everything that's going on around the whole country. Around the whole city. That's their surveillance, spying on people. That's why the scriptures say a leopard shall watch over their cities. It says the term radar is an acronym coined by the U.S. Navy in 1940 during World War II. for radio detection and ranging, as radar technology had the capability to both detect and provide range, distance, information for a target. In 1983, Charles Walton would incorporate radar technology into his patented RFID, or radio frequency identification. And this patent, or this technology that he got, pretty much was something that he was able to embed into this particular thing. Because remember, when you go back during the time of World War II, they had that numbering system among them so-called Jews, which they got from the tabulating machine, you know, which later that company became known as IBM, or the Hollerith machine, which later became known as IBM company. Now, that whole system that was set up to keep tabs on people. That's why today you still use the term keeping tabs on people, you know, because they're able to track everybody no matter where they were at. So that machine that you would have like a one of those cards that you would clock in, you know, when you used to go to work, those old time sheets. Well, they would be able to punch out holes in that thing, and they would be able to tell you where you were from, what your nationality was, who your parents were, what type of work you did, you know, and everything else that came with that. So all of this that technology was later on put into this little capsule, you know, because remember, the technology went from something like a big, huge computer to what you have now, them small PCs with flat screens, you know. So everything is getting smaller and smaller, you know, because the technology is being condensed more and more. So it says RFID uses radar or radio waves to transfer data from an electronic RFID tag, label, or chip for the purpose of identifying and tracking an object. You know, that's why you're able to know where your packages are at. You know, if you have a package, you know, and then the package is missing, they're able to track it, you know, where it's at, no matter where it is in the country. And that's the same thing they're trying to do to people, you know, and it's actually put these chips inside of people so that they can know their every move, their every transaction, their every move, everything that they do in their personal life and their what's the word I'm looking for? Well, in their personal life. It says RFID has been cited as a superior and more efficient way of identifying, tracking, monitoring, and managing inventory stock and merchandise items than the barcode systems that have been used since the 1970s. You know, because as we told you brothers before, these devils, they have think tanks, you know, and the think tanks that they have are pretty much set up, you know, to come up with ways, you know, on how to trap these people, because their main goal is the New World Order. They want to bring in a New World Order. You have some?
I got some information. This is from Now the End Begins, entitled Human Implantable Microchip. Tracking devices are here to stay. This is dated, let's see, August 30th, 2014. It says, watching the creation of the Mark of the Beast world system. Then it gives you the scripture, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, which is Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse, and the 17th verse. Then it goes on to say, the Bible talks about the day when all humans on the face of the earth will be forced to either accept or reject the mark of the beast. So according to this site, they're telling you that the mark of the beast is the chip. In that day, it will not be optional. You can refuse to take the mark, yes, but the price you will pay for rejecting it will be instant beheading.
Yep. Or it could be cut off, you know. He'd be put out off the grid, so to speak. It's like I said, it's going to get real after a while. This is Psalms. Go ahead.
More. It says, the Bible calls this time of human history the time of Jacob's trouble, otherwise known as the Great Tribulation.
Right, and doing that, since I had that scripture, had it on hold. Let me go back to it because I got another scripture. Because ultimately, this microchip system is to become, and you got to do it consciously because you got people saying that they can give you pills with chips in it. Well, that doesn't mean the mark of the beast is part of the technology, but it's a conscious decision you have to make, you know? In other words, you're making a conscious decision to be a servant under the super elite. That's why the Most High is going to destroy you, because you're making a conscious decision to serve the super elite. Now, you got other guys that say that the right hand in your forehead, if you take it, the right hand meaning you fight for this man, which is part of it, man. Which is part of it, because when you join this man's military, that's a conscious decision to join. But ultimately, they got, from what I heard, they give you a chip as soon as you go, before you go into boot camp. The new processing is to give you that chip. But from what one guy said with the brothers out there in GMS out there in LA, that this guy got 4 or 5 chips in him, all right? And he said, well, I got to, I sign a contract. I got to keep to my contract. Yeah, contract meaning when you join the military, basically you're becoming a slave to the U.S. government to fight for them. That's all you're doing. So that's why the Most High is going to destroy you, pursuant to Revelation 14, 8, and 9, because you said you made a conscious choice to say no to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and to follow this man's system. So the Most High is a jealous power. So what is he going to ultimately do? He's going to destroy you. All right?
Yeah, this is real quick if I can get this. I believe this is Exodus, the 23rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Just bear with me 1 second. This is, I believe it's Exodus 23 and 32. Yep. Exodus 23 and 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. So basically, by you taking that microchip, you basically making a covenant or an agreement with the devil, with Esau, and with their God, because their God is Satan on the left-hand side. So you're pledging allegiance to this devil and to his system. When the Lord said that, to stay upon him for everything, but he said like 2/3 of Israel, they stay upon these devils and upon the other nations for their stuff. When it's the Most High that provides you with everything.
Yeah, and Jake doesn't know, and you can see, man, you can see the spirits out here. That Jake is just gone, man. Jake is out of their mind. In other words, the Most High gave them strong delusion that they may believe a lie, because when the truth came to them, they rejected it. See, we've been out here. I've been doing this thing for over 30 years, but as far as YouTubers concerned, since 07, so millions of people have watched us. So the ones of you that have rejected us in whatever form, that you're already sealed to be marked for death. And you're going to get death, all right? The Most High pretty much sealed all 144,000. So once he sealed all 144,000, let's get that. Revelation, it's going to take a while to get through that book.
All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Meaning that they were holding back the destruction, because there's a certain day and a certain hour and a certain particular year and month that this destruction is set up for. So the angels are holding that destruction back until they seal the servants of the Lord in their forehead. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And that seal is this truth, the truth being put into to the elect. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And what is that seal that's going to be put into the foreheads of the men of the Lord? This truth, with the name of Yahweh, the name of Yahweh Shai, which is going to be the exemption from judgment. Okay? It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the earth. So pretty much the 144,000 are 12,000 elect choice men that the Most High have elected to be delivered, that are going to be the leading government for the nation of Israel and for the entire planet and in the universe, pretty much, right? It says, and of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Nephthalim was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph was sealed 12,000, which is the tribe of Ephraim. Of the tribe of Benjamin was sealed 12,000. Okay, so those are the 12 tribes and the 12,000 men. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number. Which this is dealing with the 1/3, you know, and the 144,000 are part of the 1/3, and this is the rest of the 1/3. Because although the Lord is going to destroy a great majority of Israelites here in America, 2/3, 1/3 is still a big number. It says, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. And these are Israelites that don't look like you're a typical Israelite, you know, because you have Israelites scattered all over the planet, you know, and you have Israelites here in America right now that don't look like your typical so-called Negro or Latino or Native American Indian.
You got a lot of Israelites that look like straight up Edomites, man. They got blonde hair, blue eyes, look just like Edom, not albinos. They look just like Edomites. All right. This right here, 2 Corinthians 1, verse 22, who have also sealed us and given the earnest of the Spirit in our hearts, meaning our minds. So the ones of us that are out here constantly pushing this word, being diligent, not becoming faint, not making music videos, not bullshitting, not taking time out to fellowship with other camps. All right, we just do our mission is to do this work, man. If a camp gets weak, you got to cut him off. All right, like Fopi said, we fellowshipping with other camps. Mosai didn't tell you to fellowship with other camps. He told you to go out there and teach the word, man, which proved that you ain't a man of the Lord. You know? I'm going to read this again. 2 Corinthians 1, verse 22. It said, who have also sealed us and given the earnest of the Spirit in our hearts.
This is Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of Jerusalem. Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's what's happening right now. The mark is what? This truth.
Yeah, I got a scripture for you. The book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter, beginning at the 20th verse. And basically, because Elder Apostle Ramla mentioned about how 2/3 they're really staying on the so-called white man, staying on his perceived power, but his power is going down. This is the book of Isaiah 10 and 20. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And that's your elect. Now the rest of Israel, they're going to stay upon the so-called white man. So they're going to take that chip because they